Yeah. Did you ever play basketball growing up?
Oh, so I actually didn't play basketball, and I actually never thought I would play 2K because I never understood it. But once I finally played against somebody, that's when it got a little more.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, maybe the best day of the NBA, Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. The Mavs.
Indeed, that's high praise. A Hall of Famer, DA. Thanks. And we've got a game that's sure to be a crowd pleaser, Greg. Two high-octane offenses going head-to-head.
And it's not just run and gun. Each team has a very well-refined attack, and this kind of matchup comes down to which side can maintain their energy through all four quarters.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Doncic out there with Richardson. Then it's Hamidou Diallo. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Whiteside in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Washington, Caldwell Pope out there with Johnson. Then there's Embiid, and it's Wall, and it's Beal in at the point. It'll be the Wizards off the tip. Outside, Wall. Caldwell Pope against Diallo. Caldwell Pope passes to Wall. Embiid trying to break loose. Wall, no luck. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Mavericks. Here's Diallo, coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. The pass to Richardson. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
You have to be prepared to shoot on the catch. Teammate wants to deliver it, you've got to make it. Josh Richardson, deadly.
Wall finds Embiid. Now Caldwell Pope. All sorts of time. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Diallo the pass to Doncic. Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, Luka Doncic is not shy. He trusts his range shooting, and you can see why.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Boy, what a season 2022 was for the Dallas Mavericks, making it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. Obviously, the huge upset over the Suns turned that season into what was a dream run early in Luka Doncic's career.
Now, here's Richardson. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Dallas moving the ball around. And it's off the back rim, no good. And with the Mavs, a trip Doris to the conference finals puts them ahead of schedule, many people think.
Yes, Kevin, but I don't think you can let that momentum you built last year fade in any way. You've got to keep your foot on the gas pedal. We know how fragile success in the NBA is. You've got a top 5 player on your roster. You have to make sure you're taking advantage of opportunities.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get it to the right guy, get a high percentage look, and that's the kind of game they want to play tonight.
Now here's Wall. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Embiid trying to break loose. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Richardson the pass to Whiteside. Pass to Diallo. Rebounded by the Wizards. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
Should be an interesting game as these teams don't see a lot of each other being from different conferences.
Right. They'll meet 2 times this year, East versus West. Let's see which team can enforce their style of play. Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Doncic looking it over. Here's Love. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. They trail by 1. Outside, Beal. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Washington. They hold the first place spot in the conference, just right where they want to be. They've got momentum.
And seeing where Washington is, they're one of the teams that's caught everybody off guard. This season has gone about as well as they could have hoped for early on.
Absolutely. You can tell they are relishing their status as underdogs. It has fueled an impressive start.
Now here's Beal. After Luka Doncic's miss, Wall, no luck. Doncic against Beal. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
And the Wizards making a change here. Morris is checked in. Here's Doncic. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Here's Diallo, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Caldwell Pope.
Over the last couple seasons, it feels like the Washington Wizards roster is in constant flux. I mean, from role players to all-stars, guys coming in and out.
For Washington, how difficult, Greg, is it to win when your roster changes, as you were just talking about? It changes so much from year to year.
It's really tough. I mean, take Spencer Dinwiddie. He signs a big 3-year deal, traded 6 months later. So when things like that happen, it's so difficult to create chemistry.
So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Now, here's Johnson. 11 points for him in that last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Dallas leading by 3. Pass to Richardson. Love outside. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Well, show me your vision, Josh Richardson. What a delivery.
And Beal kicks to Wall. Passes to Johnson. Wall with it. Shot clock at 5. Over Richardson. Steps back and trains the jump shot. Wall's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you carve out position, you get a high percentage look. John Wall has got size from the lead guard. Look out.
Diallo the pass to Whiteside. Wall against Richardson. Love outside. And it's Dallas with another.
Well, you know Kevin Love is ready in catch-and-shoot situations. Beautifully done.
Outside, Wall. And the pass to Caldwell Pope. Over Diallo. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pass to Whiteside. Now Diallo. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Count that one. Love's got 7 points in the game. And the Wizards with possession. 8-point game. Outside, Wall. Pass to Johnson. Kicks to Caldwell Pope. And there is a whistle. That goes on Hamidou Diallo. That'll be his second foul of the game. Washington making some changes. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Johnson. Batum comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Bradley Beal. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Whiteside. Gallinari comes in for Kevin Love. Brown is checked in for Diallo. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
Just doing the job on the backboard. They have been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Now here's Wall. He had 10 points in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. But we're used to seeing a lot of player movement in the offseason, so how long do you think it takes, Doris, for a reconstructed team to get together and find that mesh point?
Kevin, that is not an answer we will know. A season has to play out. Look back to the Boston Celtics, who were 20-21 at one point before going on to the NBA Finals. Chemistry, how you're going to play, new faces, all of these things have to find a way to come together.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. A moment now to check out some numbers for Joel Embiid. All taking his time here. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Brunson with some nice D. Passes it to Richardson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Gallinari finds Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Gallinari against Batum. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. While we've got a moment, let's now take a look at the teams that have the most second chance points on the season. The Mavericks, number 1.
And that's the way they have to play in order to win. They've got rebounders, so they've got to go after those second and third opportunities whenever they can.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Brunson. He's around 18 points per game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
Wizards making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Now here's Bledsoe. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. 2022, Greg, a year for the Washington Wizards with some historic significance.
And it marks 25 years of the Washington Wizards name being on an NBA jersey. A cool moment for the current players who can look back on this franchise and know they're a part of history.
One of the things I admire most about Nick Batum is how consistently he gives effort through 48 minutes. Plays with his head in the game and giving his all-out effort every play.
This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Danilo Gallinari may be one of the most underrated players in the NBA. Because of his size, he can score on the interior, post a mismatch. We know he's a tremendous shooter. Love his game.
Bledsoe finds Wall. Now O'Neal. That one misses. Some solid defense from Brown. Launches a 3. Buries it from three-point range. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And there's the pass to O'Neal. Gallinari against Batum. Bledsoe looking around. Over to the wing. O'Neal kicks to Wall. Over Richardson. And again, Washington no good.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Brown the pass to Brunson.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Down low. The kick out to Brown. That shot off. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Richardson against Wall. Bledsoe outside. The three. Fernando pulls it in. Mavericks leading by 14. To the middle. Here's Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brown's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Here is Bledsoe. The Mavericks making the shot. Wall dishes to Batum. Outside, Wall. Pass to Bledsoe to end the cold streak. Mavericks with the rebound. Wall with a block.
John Wall, such a smart, disruptive defender.
Count it. And the Mavericks lead by 18. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Wizards. And it's Wall at the elbow. O'Neal with it. No points in the game yet for him. Back to Wall. Beyond the arc. No good on that one. Mavericks leading by 18. Here's Richardson. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
Assist goes to
6 points for him.
Oh, show off that handle, Josh Richardson. That's a tight-looking move.
Wall up top. Over Richardson. And no good on the last second attempt this time. We're at the end of the first quarter. What a blowout already in this one. The Mavericks lead by 20. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
DC family, your Wizards.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Mavericks here, guys.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Jalen Brunson out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Hamidou Diallo. And it's Fernando in at the 5 spot. And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well, because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both. And the Mavs fans are hoping this team, Doris, is poised to repeat the success of the early 2000s.
Well, Kevin, I think you have to look at the deep run into the playoffs from last year where they finally figured out the pieces they need to have around their great star, Luka Doncic. Obviously, you need shooting across positions, but I think one thing you need to consider if you're the Dallas Mavericks, paint protection is critical. High-level defenders are critical. So do you need that presence in the paint and a vertical threat at the cup to enhance Luka's skills even more?
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Here's Fernando. Good D by Embiid. So for Dallas, their last game a win against the Magic. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. With Luka Doncic still in his early 20s, the Magic are building something. Jalen Brunson, who was re-signed this summer, says, "We're growing as a team. We're just locked in. It's been a fun thing to be a part of, and I don't think we're going to let this slip away anytime soon." Kevin, we'll see how far they can go.
Well, they're plenty good. They've got talent, DA, and we thank you for that story. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
Yeah, and I also love the intensity they've shown on the glass early on. Keeping plays alive, creating second chance shots, that's nice.
And he knocks down the first one. Of course, last season was a tough one for the Wizards. What was the biggest missing ingredient that you saw?
Well, I think there were so many things going on with the organization, Kevin. First and foremost, you brought in Wes Unseld as your coach. It was a great move, but obviously you have to institute an entirely new system on both ends of the floor. Obviously, they had some key personnel that were hurt during periods of the season. So a lot of new faces across the board for this team. So much went into their struggles.
Morris kicks to Beal. No good on the triple.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Doncic outside, launches it. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Morris trying to free himself up. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
And Caldwell Pope has improved as a passer. Nice to see that development in his game.
Doncic outside. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Fernando. The shot, no good. Good D by Embiid. Here's Johnson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Mavericks leading by 16. Brunson kicks to Doncic. And there's the feed to Love. And here's Brunson. He had 16 points in the win against the Magic in Orlando. Love with the bucket. Love's got 9.
And instead of just trying to draw the foul, Love maintains his focus despite some stiff defense. Great hands, great body control, allowing him to get it done.
Now here's Beal. A 35-point game for him in the win against Charlotte.
The other thing, he really changed the pace of the game when you consider how many free throws he shot. Drawing fouls is an art, and really he has mastered that part of the game.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Beal the pass to Embiid. Outside for Beal. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist.
You're talking about one of the sweetest shooting guards in the entire NBA. Bradley Beal from deep. Yes, sir.
Pass to Brunson. Fires the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
3-point field
Brunson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Beal the pass to Caldwell Pope. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Morris. He kicks it to Caldwell Pope. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Caldwell Pope's got 4 points in the quarter.
All heart from Caldwell Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
Doncic outside. Now the pass to Brunson. And the 3 off target. Wizards trail by 18. On the wing, Morris. Off target from outside. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Doncic against Beal. Kicks it out to Love. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Love.
Love's got 12 in the game.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Washington calls timeout.
And what blows me away about Doncic, the consistency across the board.
GA, for 3 straight years, he was selected to the first team All-NBA. And that's all before he turned 24 years of age. Do you have any idea how hard that is to do? What he has done is incredible.
Whiteside's checked in for the Mavericks. Embiid kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Beal. Fires for 3. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Back to Doncic. Pass to Brunson. Here is Whiteside. 12 points his last outing. And the jam by Whiteside.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Now here's Johnson. Morris outside. Over Love. It's hauled in by Diallo.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Into the lane. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Diallo's got his second bucket.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
To the paint. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
So for the Wizards, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Morris. O'Neal comes in for Johnson. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Caldwell Pope. Gallinari, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Richardson comes in for Doncic. Now, here is O'Neal. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. And he's good on the 3-ball.
So good at so quickly analyzing and getting through his progressions. Nick Batum gets it off before the defender can react.
Bledsoe against Richardson. Knocked away. Stolen by Bledsoe. Passes it to Beal. Richardson against Bledsoe. The pass to Embiid. The Wizards working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. A shot by Batum, no good. Mavericks leading by 22. Richardson kicks to Brunson. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Brunson's got 5 points now in the quarter. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the speed or is it a problem with matchups?
John Wall's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Dallas also making a switch. Brown's checked in. Bledsoe outside. Back to Wall. Pass to Embiid. Out to the right wing. Here's O'Neal. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. Embiid's got his 3rd assist on the night. Brunson the pass to Gallinari. And here's Diallo. Now here's Brunson. He's got 5. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on John Wall, and he's got his first free throw of the game. The Mavericks, GA, have been trying to tighten up their defense the past few seasons, and it's beginning to show.
And we're seeing signs that the players are getting the message, that they're spending more energy at that end of the floor, and that's essential for any elite team.
Kentavious Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Washington.
This may be the most natural spot for the jumper for John Wall. He loves the mid-range game.
Brunson the pass to Diallo. Back to Brunson. He dishes it to Gallinari. Shoots it up. Rebound by John Wall. And it's Wall with the ball for the Wizards. To the inside. Batum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
This guy's so clever at getting defenders to bite. Nicholas Batum draws the contact.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming years.
Greg, it just seems for the Mavs it's all about finding the right fit for the role players.
And that's why this team was willing to move on from Porzingis. Going forward, you could see them look a lot like the Harden-era Rockets.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Outside, Wall. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Embiid. Back to Caldwell Pope. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And for a big man, Embiid sees the floor as well as any big. Recognizes when one of his guys has an opening for a shot.
2 minutes.
Now here's Diallo. 9 points in the game so far. Passes it to Brunson. Another 3 for Dallas.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Bledsoe. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Caldwell Pope. Off on the layup.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
Washington's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. And Wall gets it to go in on the assist by Caldwell Pope. Wall's got 4 points now in the quarter. Mavericks leading by 21. Brunson kicks to Richardson. The pass to Diallo. Brunson with it. And 1:01 left here in the second. Pope loose. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. A pull-up. Another one falls for Washington.
Well, it looks like he has put that rough first quarter in the rear view. He's starting to cook here in the second.
Richardson the pass to Brown. Now Diallo. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. 4 on the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Dallas. Wizards trailed by 21. Caldwell Pope outside. And Wall kicks to Bledsoe. Now here's Embiid. Defense is right there. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Gallinari inside the three-point line. And that one's on target from the wing. Gallinari's got 6. And so it's Dallas, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing.
The Mavericks.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Jason Kidd.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty what a performance so far tonight by Kevin Love. He had 12 points and 4 rebounds. And from what we saw so far from the Mavericks, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game. Get it? Sub, superb. Oh, I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they played like starters.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
When you look at their multiple areas of weakness, for me, it starts with their perimeter defense. This organization.
And
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Kevin Love really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Joel Embiid out there with Johnson. And it's Wall, then there's Bradley Beal, and it's Caldwell Pope in at small forward. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. And Doncic gets it to go.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this juncture.
Now the Mavericks moving it up. Richardson's running. Out to Doncic. Back to Whiteside. Fades back. Washington with the rebound. Caldwell Pope's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And Doris, when you think Hassan Whiteside, what's the first thing that jumps into your mind?
Probably that lockdown defense, the ability as a shot blocker to intimidate people. Multiple seasons now, this is a guy who's led the league in blocks. Getting shots off around this guy is not an easy task.
Doncic finds Richardson. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Here's Beal. He has 6. Outside, Wall. Back to Beal. Pulls it up. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. 8 points for Bradley Beal.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the bear, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch, David. Thank you. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Pass to Diallo. Doncic against Beal. Diallo with it. 11 points in the game. Pass to Richardson. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Nice D from Wall. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
John Wall has an incredibly high basketball IQ, so you find the shooter and get it into their hands.
Richardson the pass to Doncic. The dish to Love. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Caldwell Pope taking over this game. Tremendous confidence he's displaying in his ability.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Whiteside kicks to Diallo. And the layup falls. Diallo's got 13.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Passes it to Wall. And here is Johnson. He's guarded by Love. Outside, Beal. For the 3. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Beal's got 7 now in this quarter.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Here's the three. The putback, and Whiteside stays right with it. He's got 6.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Wall passes to Embiid. Kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Now here's Wall. And again, Washington with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
There's the pass to Diallo. Wall against Richardson. And here is Doncic. He has 5 for 3. Love. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Well, Kevin Love understands that the 3 can make all the difference in momentum. You get one, I'm going to answer right back.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Richardson. And here we go, the Mavericks on a fast break. Diallo kicks to Richardson. Pass to Doncic. Love trying to break loose. Doncic, no good.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. Richardson right side. Passes it to Diallo. Over Caldwell Pope. And that one hits back iron. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Wizards. They trail by 16. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, KCP steady there at the line. Nice work to draw the contact.
And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Dallas.
Great game for them offensively. I mean, coaches love seeing multiple shots per possession and then converting those second chance opportunities.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Eric Bledsoe is checked in for Washington.
One more time. They're Wizards.
Doncic outside. The pass to Fernando. Over in the corner, Brown. Five on the clock. Tries again. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
That free throw good from Brown. Wizards trail by 17. Bledsoe outside. Platoon passes to Beal. Now Wall. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Gallinari. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the game. Now a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
Well, Gallinari has both the size and the finesse to finish on the interior or to get to the foul line.
Danilo Gallinari.
Gallinari hits them both. Washington's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. The Wizards working the ball around now. Inside, here's Bledsoe. And good off the lead pass that time.
Boy, you have got to respect Bledsoe's confidence. This guy drilling the shot on the interior.
Doncic kicks to Brown. Back to Doncic. Out left to the wing. Brunson against Wall. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Morris. Wall against Doncic. Wall, no luck. Dallas leading by 15. Doncic outside. Good on the 7-footer. Doncic has got his third basket of the night.
Boy, no fear from Luka Doncic. When he's near the hoop, he will challenge anyone.
And Beal kicks to Bledsoe. Morris outside. Brunson against Wall.
When John Wall has been healthy, this guy has been a consistently solid force with his speed and ability to get downhill. Really incredible awareness.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Brunson. And here is Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
3-point field goal.
Brunson's got 4 assists now tonight.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Pass to Beal. Up top, Batum. Outside for Bledsoe. And another miss by Washington.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Pass to Doncic. Lets the 3 fly. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Lets it go from deep. Mavericks with the rebound. Doncic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. He kicks it to Brown. Brunson scanning the floor. And here's Gallinari outside. And no good. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Batum for 3. Fernando pulls it in. Mavericks leading by 18. Here's Doncic. He has 7. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Well, technical fouls have been an issue for Luka Doncic since he entered the league.
First of all, you love his passion. But I think we've seen real progress in this regard, and that's because you understand if you're Luka Doncic, you need to play high minutes for your team. .137 left to play in the third. And here's Brown outside. Rebound by the Wizards. Outside, Wall. And Beal kicks to Bledsoe. The pass to Morris. Outside, Beal. Clock at 6. Wall passes to Batum. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got 5 assists in the game. Brown outside. Doncic against Bledsoe. Doncic passes to Gallinari. That's tipped. In transition, here come the Wizards. Bledsoe's running, and the shot goes down. Bledsoe's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Brown finds Brunson. Gallinari on the wing, defended by Batum. Shot from the wing. A nice shot by Gallinari. Gallinari's got 4 points this quarter. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Washington. It's a 16-point game. Shoots over Brown. Another one falls for Washington.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring him back.
Bledsoe against Doncic. With 1 on the clock, drained for 2 points. Doncic has got 9 points. And so it's Dallas with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. They've got Bruce Brown, Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. Then there's Whiteside, and it's Love in the power forward.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Well, you've got to be able to attack the rim off the perimeter. Josh Richardson sending a message with that dunk.
Here's Morris, and the rejection by Love.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
First free throw is good.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
Mavericks making a switch here. Diallo's checked in. Back to Doncic. Richardson gets a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
Well, Josh Richardson has a high level of focus, even from range. He's not going to be distracted.
Johnson left side, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Doncic kicks to Love. Back to Doncic. Oh, Whiteside in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
Johnson against Diallo. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Doncic outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You can see Luka Doncic has the body, the handle, the footwork, and the savvy to draw fouls. That is nicely done.
All free throws good from Doncic.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Beal. Kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Beal. To halt the run. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Beal's got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for the Wizards. Pass to Richardson. To the middle. Out to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. Richardson against Caldwell Pope. Shoots it. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Back to Caldwell Pope. Morris outside. Just 5 on the clock. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Really most effective when he's in attack mode, and KCP with the athleticism to do it.
Doncic finds Love. Out to the right wing. Here's Diallo. Wow, hammering it in.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Richardson against Caldwell Pope. Offline with his 3. Mavericks leading by 19 points. Diallo with it. Guarded now by Morris. Diallo the pass to Whiteside. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Wizards. Isn't it great? The NBA is becoming a global product. As more games are scheduled overseas. Doris, any locations you'd like to go to call a game? Maybe you and I could do a game in the Bahamas. How does that sound?
I love it, Kevin. If they're tipping it up, I'd love to be there. And think about it, beyond the travel and the opportunity to see the world, the opportunity to expose new fans to this game that we love so much, certainly not something to take lightly.
And Beal kicks to Embiid. It's Morris atop the key. Beal the pass to Caldwell Pope. To end the run. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Diallo inside. He's covered by Beal. Richardson for 3. The shot that time not on target. And it's Washington the other way. Beal drives in over Diallo. And Beal gets it to go. Beal's got 26 points.
Boy, this guy's so springy from the 2-guard position. Just incredible athleticism by Bradley Beal on the drive.
Doncic finds Whiteside. Richardson against Caldwell Pope. Love with a wide open look. And another basket for Dallas.
When someone has it going like Kevin Love, it's your responsibility as a teammate to continue to find him. Nice job by all involved.
Caldwell Pope against Richardson. Morris outside. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Morris has got his first points in this one.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Back to Doncic. Dishes it to Whiteside. Love trying to break loose. And it's Whiteside. That time on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 7th assist here tonight. Washington has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Dallas shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. Doncic outside. Good work defensively by Morris. For Washington, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Pass to Beal. Here's Johnson. Passes to Embiid. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Diallo. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. The pass to Beal. Well, you're looking at the MVP race last season between 3 incredible big men with Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Analyzing that, Doris, what's your big takeaway?
The idea that the big man, the 5 spot in the NBA is obsolete, that argument is over. What impresses me is the skill level of NBA players, particularly manning the center position in the modern age. Highly skilled, can shoot it, can take it off the bounce, and are exceptional passers. Boy, this is fun to watch.
Pass to Johnson. Morris outside. And the rejection by Love.
Well, Kevin Love, such a smart defender. Send it back.
Pass to Doncic. Now here's Richardson. Over Morris. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Wizards shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Trying to get something going. Mavericks with the rebound. Diallo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Doncic. Back to Diallo. Second chance shot. Good D by Embiid. Washington's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Doncic against Beal. On the wing, Morris. Johnson outside. From deep. It's rebounded by Dallas. Diallo's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Johnson against Doncic. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. Richardson kicks to Diallo. Doncic against Johnson. Here's Diallo. Off target from 3-point range. Here's Washington. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Caldwell Pope pushes to Johnson.
2 minutes.
Last year, as we know, the NBA, Doris, named the members of the 75th anniversary team. Any players that were missed that you think should have been on that list?
I mean, the one guy that comes to mind immediately is Klay Thompson, who will go down as one of the great shooters in NBA history. The problem for voters, I think, is the challenge of weighing the accomplishments of prior generations with what we are witnessing today. It is a challenging vote. There's no doubt Klay will be top 100 when it comes in 25 years.
Here's Diallo. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Washington Wizards.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Dallas.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you see the contributions from the role players on the team, and you can't help but appreciate what an excellent game it was for Hassan Whiteside.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Gorgie Dang's checked in for Embiid. Zeller comes in for Morris. Baldwin, he's checked in for Johnson. And Lee's subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And the Mavericks with possession here. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And Doncic, here we go. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they...
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke.